Imagine holding onto a rope while the person on the other end slowly lets go. You keep pulling harder, believing effort will bring them back closer. But what you don't realize is that love cannot survive when only one person refuses to release their grip. That is what happens when you love someone who has already stopped choosing you. Many people don't walk away suddenly. They fade quietly, and the silence they leave behind hurts more than any goodbye ever could. If you have ever felt that slow distance growing between you and someone you loved, stay with this story, because sometimes understanding pain is the first step toward healing. In a small, crowded city lived a young man who believed love meant loyalty above everything else. When he met her, life felt lighter. Conversations flowed endlessly. Every message carried warmth. Every moment felt meaningful. He thought he had finally found someone who saw him completely. And for a while she did. She chose him every day. She listened carefully. She laughed at his smallest jokes. She made him feel important. But seasons change quietly. Slowly, her attention began to drift. Replies became shorter. Plans were postponed. Calls ended quickly. At first, he ignored the signs. Love made him patient. Hope made him blind. He told himself she was just busy. Everyone goes through difficult phases, he thought. So he gave more understanding, more forgiveness, more effort. He believed love meant trying harder when things became difficult. But effort, when given alone, slowly turns into exhaustion. Days turned into weeks. He found himself staring at his phone, waiting for messages that never arrived. He reread old conversations just to feel the warmth that once existed. He began questioning himself. Maybe I'm not interesting enough. Maybe I talk too much. Maybe I'm the problem. The saddest part about one-sided love is not losing someone. It is losing confidence in yourself while trying to keep them. One evening, he noticed something painful. She still laughed. She still shared stories. She still had energy, just not with him anymore. And in that moment, a quiet realization settled into his heart. She didn't stop being kind. She didn't stop caring about life. She simply stopped choosing him. That truth felt heavier than rejection, because there was no fight, no clear ending, no explanation, just distance. And he kept loving someone who had already emotionally left. One night, exhausted from overthinking, he placed his phone beside him and asked himself a question he had avoided for months. If someone truly wanted to stay, would love feel this lonely? The answer came in silence. For the first time, he understood something important. Love should feel peaceful, not uncertain, chosen, not chased. And slowly, he realized he was not holding on to love anymore. He was holding on to memories. The next morning, he did something small but powerful. He stopped sending the first message, not to play games, not to punish her, but to see the truth clearly. Hours passed, then a day, then another. Nothing came, and instead of breaking him, the silence finally set him free. He understood then that moving on is not about forgetting someone. It is about remembering your own worth. He didn't stop loving her instantly, but he started choosing himself daily. He went for walks alone. He reconnected with old passions. He learned to enjoy moments without waiting for validation. Slowly, the emptiness inside him began to fill with something new, peace. Months later, he realized something surprising. The pain that once felt unbearable had become a lesson. He no longer blamed her. People change, feelings change, but self-respect must remain. The boy who once begged for attention became a man who valued presence because he finally understood. You cannot convince someone to choose you, but you can always choose yourself. And sometimes, letting go isn't losing love. It is making space for the love that will never make you question your value. If this story speaks to your heart, remember this. The right people will never make you feel like an option. Stop chasing where you are tolerated. Start growing where you are appreciated. Take one small step toward yourself today, because healing doesn't begin when someone returns. It begins when you stop abandoning yourself.